Hey, it's Zach with 247 Hockey, your community for dedicated hockey players and hockey coaches looking to take their game to the next level. And today, we're gonna go through a strength workout. This is just nuts and bolts, getting stronger, gaining muscle, gaining size. A lot of hockey players have requested a strength workout because they feel like they need to put on weight. Now, I wanna be sure we talk about something real quick. This workout here is just covering strength. This shouldn't be something that you do all off season long. And also, this needs to be incorporated with quickness, agility, plyometrics, off-ice stick handling, off-ice shooting. Don't just think that because you're doing this, you're training for hockey. This is just one component of it. Not to mention, this should be done in the off season, and then as you're getting closer to the season, you need to start incorporating more hockey-specific exercises, more hockey-specific strength exercises, single leg exercises, okay? Here we're focused on gaining size, gaining strength, which is a lot of hockey players need, and you're not gonna get it through plyometrics and speed drills. You're gonna get it through lifting heavy weights and those core foundational movements, but it's not an entire hockey program. This is just one very, very small component. So don't get confused and think just because you're doing this program, you're doing everything that you need. All right, so I want you to stick around. We're gonna go through each exercise, breakdown of how many sets, how many reps you should be doing, and at the end of the video, I'll have a couple tips for you as well. All right, here we go. Okay, first exercise that we're gonna do here is the hang clean. All right, I've done a power clean demonstration before, so you can go back and watch that video. But hang clean is similar to a power clean, but you're only gonna bring the bar just to the tops of your knees. You're gonna shrug it up, straight up, then you're gonna catch it, and then step up. This is a very technique-driven movement, but it's also great for explosiveness, and it's great for building strength and power. So here, just to walk through it real quick, you're gonna just pick up the bar, okay, standing straight up. We're just gonna go down to our knees here, and then we're gonna explode the weight up and catch it, and then squat the rest of the weight up. So here we're coming down, lifting straight up, catching, squatting up, bringing it back down. Okay, so we're bringing it down to our knees, exploding up, catching, straight up. All right, practice with lighter weight until you get the technique down. Very important, you're not using your arms, okay? You wanna shrug with your shoulders, the weight comes straight up, and then you catch it, and then squat up the rest of the way. You're gonna do 6 to 10 repetitions of the hang clean. All right, exercise number 2 is nothing better than just the squat, all right? There's not a better movement for building strength, power, and size in your lower body and your core than a squat. So all we're gonna do is just step under the weight, okay? You really wanna squeeze your shoulder blades together when you're doing the movement. Too many players and athletes have their shoulders bent forward and that weight sticks right on their spine. You wanna squeeze your shoulder blades together, squeeze your core together so that the weight sits on those muscles back here, your traps. All right. The other thing you want to focus on is you don't need a weight belt. If you use a weight belt, it means your core is not strong enough, so you need to lower the amount of weight you're doing. Hockey, a lot of your power and a lot of your size and strength is going to come from your core. So you want to be able to support this weight with no weight belt and just really tighten your core. You want to suck that belly button in when you're doing the movement and tighten that core the entire time. When you're squatting up, you want to really flex those core muscles through the entire movement and keep that spine, that back, and that core strong. So all I'm gonna do is just step under the weight here. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together. I'm gonna have my feet just outside of shoulder width apart. When I squat down, I don't wanna go forward with my knees, okay? I wanna start moving my hips backwards, all right? So do not wanna have your knees out in front of your toes. And the second thing is you don't want to bring your knees in. You actually want to push your knees out just a little bit. All right, so you should feel like your knees are going out a little bit. You do not want your knees to come in at all. All right, so here my feet just outside my shoulders. Okay, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. My core is tight. My head is up. My back is flat. I'm going to start moving backwards with my hips. Come down nice and low, nice and slow. And I'm going to squeeze and come up. Nice and low. Come up, all right? We're doing hockey here. Hockey's from a 90-degree position, so you wanna make sure you're squatting down that low. Okay, if you're just coming down here and squatting up, okay, you're doing too much weight. That's not proper technique. If you wanna get the most out of these movements and build size and build strength, you have to use proper technique. So we're going down nice and slow, Squeeze and come up. One more. Come up. Okay, when you're doing this exercise, you want to have a spotter with you at all times. All right, standing behind you just to make sure. Don't be afraid as you're getting more experienced to push it, adding more weight. Always keeping proper technique. Very, very important to avoid injury and making sure you're getting the most improvement and the most gains out of that exercise that you possibly can. Okay, again, we're going 6 to 10 reps on the squat. Okay, here we have the third exercise in our sequence. It's going to be an explosive shoulder press or a push press. Now, a lot of times players think that when you're doing shoulder press, you need to stand perfectly still, but hockey's a full body movement, so it's okay to incorporate your legs a little bit in the movement. So that's what we're gonna do right here. So we're gonna incorporate our legs. Again, you wanna keep your core very tight. You don't wanna arch your back and get back injuries. You wanna keep that core tight. So all we're gonna do is just pick the weight up off the rack here. Okay, have the weight just sitting on our chest. You're just gonna come down slightly, and you're just gonna press up. So I'm using a little bit of my legs, coming down, pressing up. Okay, coming down, pressing up. It's okay to get a little bit of that momentum. You can add a little bit more weight. Start off with lighter weight. As you get more experience, you can add more weight, really push it. Again, you want to go 8 to 10 reps because we're really going for power, strength, and size on these exercises. All right, the fourth movement in the exercise is a core foundational movement, the deadlift. All right, it doesn't get any more nuts and bolts than this, but it doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, we're just going back to simple, effective movements that work. Here, the deadlift, we're incorporating our legs, we're incorporating our back, we're incorporating our core. It's an entire body movement. So all you're going to do with the weight on the ground, okay, you're just going to squat down, hold on to the weight right about shoulder width apart. Okay, again, you don't want your knees over your toes. You want your knees just even with your toes, so your hips have to be back, head is up, back is flat, core is tight, and you're just bringing that weight up in one motion right here. Then you're going down nice and slow. Okay, we're bending all at one motion. We're not bending down like this. Okay, you start the movement with your legs. All right, here, head is up, back is flat. Deadlift it up, bring your shoulders back. Again, we're coming down, all in one motion. One more. Okay, so as you get better and better at the deadlift, you can really start adding a lot of weight. We're going 8 to 10 reps on this exercise. Start off really focusing on technique. As you get better, as you get more comfortable, you can start stacking on the weight, really gain size and strength. The last exercise in our strength workout is going to be standing, bent over rows here. Okay, it's a compound movement, so it's incorporating a lot of different muscle groups. We're really incorporating our core. We want to keep our core tight. We want to keep our back flat, and you want to have your knees just slightly bent when you're doing the exercise. Okay, one thing is you don't want to pull your back up while you're doing the movement, all right? You're going to end up hurting yourself. You want to be able to bring that weight up and just hold it for a second and then bring it back down under control. Okay, so you don't want to use momentum and leverage on this one. So you're going to have your hands just outside of shoulder width apart, okay? Knees are bent, back is flat. Come up, hold, bring it back down slow. Up, hold, down slow. Under control. Core is tight. You're going to go through that 8 to 10 repetitions. And as you're doing each one of those exercises, that will complete our strength workout. Now, this strength workout I put together, like I mentioned, is to gain size, it's to gain strength. It shouldn't be something you do all off season. You have to be very sure that you're incorporating more hockey-specific drills, especially as you get closer and closer to the season. Very important to understand, this isn't an entire hockey workout program, just one very small component. If you want a breakdown of every single exercise, sets, reps, how much time, how much rest, go to 247hockeylife.com/WOW, workout of the week. 247hockeylife.com/WOW. And there you'll be able to, I'll send you some information. You'll be able to print out a document that will go through this entire workout program for strength, break down all the exercises, all the sets, all the reps that you should be doing. That way you can bring it to the gym with you, mark everything down, and you'll have everything right there in front of you. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps.